with the athletes when they sign these big, $100 million, billion dollar, $10 billion deals with these TV networks, and I think that's really awesome. I think that's probably the most significant advancement in the compensation of college athletes in a while. This is really big. This is bigger than this is big from a racial standpoint. It's not just big, in terms of from a labor rights standpoint. It's not just big because workers should be paid for their work. It's really big because the NCAA, when you do the math, they take at least $1 billion of Black wealth out of the Black community because whenever someone takes your commodity, whenever they take a resource from you that has value, that's a type of theft. That's something that can leave you in poverty. That's something that where you could have been the beneficiary, but somebody else was. And for the Black community, when you look at what are the things that are Black people known for that actually make us money, some of it are, some of it's stuff that, I don't think we should be all that proud of, just, the buffoonery and the violence and hip hop and all that. But our athletes are also at the top of the list. We produce some of the greatest athletes of all time. We have some of the best athletes of all time in the Black community. If you follow sports, you know that there's never been a white version. Somebody tell me, anybody who knows anything about sports, has there ever been a white version of a Deion Sanders? Anybody, has there ever been a white Deion Sanders? Who's the white Deion? There is no white Deion. Has there ever been a white Bo Jackson? Who's the white Bo Jackson? Somebody tell me. I'll wait all day because I know you ain't got no answer for that. Who's the white Shaquille O'Neal? Shaquille O'Neal, 300 pounds, 7'1", could move like a ballerina with the strength of an ox. There is no white Michael Jordan, right? So there's something special about the Black athlete, and it does link to. I hate saying it, but the everything points to all that slave breeding that they did, in addition to the fact that they work hard and they have skill. None of that's denied. But we created this species of almost superhuman people when they would go to these farms and bring together the strongest men and the strongest women and make babies. I mean, this is the dehumanization we went through that led to the outcomes that we see today. And I don't know why people won't talk about that. I think that people are just scared, like, oh my gosh, we can't talk about slavery. That'll make then people will know that it happened. Well, the cat's out of the bag. I think our ancestors have gone through a lot. And one of the outcomes is that we have the best athletes on the planet. One of the purest forms of athletic ability is the men's 100-meter dash final at the Olympics, and the women too. And most of the time, when you see the finals of the 100-meter dash at the Olympics, you usually don't see anybody who's not a Black male. If they're not African American, it's Jamaican, stuff like that, and they tend to dominate. Who's the white Usain Bolt? Has there ever been a white version of Usain Bolt? Will there ever be a white Usain Bolt? Probably not without a whole lot of steroids. Maybe you pump somebody up with enough steroids one day, they might make the drugs good enough to make a guy run that fast. But for the most part, there is no white version of Usain Bolt. So our athletes are a commodity, and I point that out to you so that as a message of economic awareness, it's extremely important for us to just understand how much gets taken from us when they take one of your most precious, most valuable commodities and don't compensate you for that.